Iran is an existential threat for Israel. Israel doesn't want Iran to be a nuclear nation. All was well till Donald Trump was the president. But the moment Joe Biden somehow entered the White House, all hell broke loose. Now Israel is left to fend for itself. But it's nothing new for Israel. Its prime minister, its army, and its intelligence agency, Mossad. Mossad in particular has been pivotal in ruining Iran's nuclear dreams with an array of steps. And this time, they have pulled off yet another bold spectacle. Hi and welcome. This is TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. And I'm Atul Mishra, the founder of the TFI Media Group. In this video, I will tell you about how Israel has yet again decimated Iran's nuclear dreams without caring one bit about what Biden thinks or doesn't. I see that you can see me, so hi again. Our Indian viewers know that we are not the ones to hide behind slides and text, but we actually love showing our faces. Due to COVID and the subsequent lockdowns, we lost access to our studio, which, as you can see, we've gotten back. The team, however, is still scattered, but I promise most of our team members will start coming on camera soon. Anyway, enough of introduction. Let's begin with the analysis. An incident has occurred at Iran's Natanz nuclear facility, which is being attributed to an electrical grid fault. The Natanz nuclear site is one of Iran's most secure facilities, which it uses to enrich uranium for achieving its nuclear bomb ambitions. Interestingly, the incident caused by the electrical distribution grid fault at the facility comes just hours after the site started using the new and advanced centrifuges that enrich uranium more quickly, taking the Shiite nation closer to its bomb ambition. The word Iranian state television used in its report can be translated roughly to accident or incident. Since this is a developing story, immediate conclusions have not been drawn by Iran over who might have been involved in the incident, which, as it probably turns out, has yet again taken Tehran's nuclear program back by months, if not years. The blame would obviously be put on Israel, which has a history of targeting Iranian nuclear facilities and scientists in order to derail the country's mission of creating an atomic bomb. The involvement of Israel in the latest incident cannot be ruled out, as Iran had just installed and started using the advanced centrifuges at the Natanz facility, which enrich uranium at high speeds. According to Nikkei Asia on Saturday, Iran announced it had launched a chain of 164 IR-6 centrifuges at the plant, injecting them with the uranium gas and beginning their rapid spinning. Officials also began testing the IR-9 centrifuge, which they say will enrich uranium 50 times faster than Iran's first generation centrifuges. As a matter of fact, Iran's nuclear facilities have met with accidents or have something or the other going south for them on a regular basis. In July last year, the same Natanz facility was gripped with fire. According to Middle East intelligence officials, the fire was caused by a powerful bomb explosion. Iran had then blamed Israel for sabotaging its nuclear program using brute force. Although Israeli officials had dismissed the allegation of their country being involved in sabotaging Iran's nuclear program, they did not deny causing the explosion. According to the New York Times, Israel's intelligence network has shown its ability to strike in the heart of Iran, breaking into a warehouse in Tehran in 2018 and stealing half a ton of secret records documenting Iran's nuclear project and spiriting them out of the country. Merely days after the Natanz nuclear facility was allegedly bombed by Israel, a power plant in the Isfahan region of Iran, which supplies electricity to the Natanz facility, was struck by an explosion, causing damage to critical equipment. One cannot possibly forget the assassination of Iran's top nuclear scientist, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, who was the man heading the country's military nuclear program. The assassination had seriously affected Iran's ambitions and left it pulverized and susceptible to foreign attacks. Again, Israel is believed to have been involved in the assassination of the Iranian nuclear scientist. It becomes clear that Israel is making no secret of the fact that its primary aim remains to ensure that Iran does not develop a nuclear weapon, as that would severely alter the geopolitical realities of the Middle East and threaten the very existence of Israel. As such, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is willing to go to any extent in order to derail Iran's nuclear program. Only last week, during a speech marking Israel's official Holocaust Remembrance Day ceremony, Netanyahu made it clear that Israel would not be bound by a revitalized nuclear deal between world powers and Iran, declaring that the Jewish state is obligated only to defending itself against those who seek to destroy it. The message was delivered to US President Joe Biden, lock, stock and barrel. As the Israeli Prime Minister said, unlike in the past, today there is no one in the world that will deprive us of the right and the might to defend ourselves from an existential threat. The nuclear deal with Iran is once again on the table. Such deals with extreme regimes are worthless. The remarks came at a time when the EU, US, China, Russia, among others, about resuscitating the 2015 nuclear deal, or JCPOA. Right after Joe Biden had taken over the presidency of the United States, a senior Israeli official, well aware of the Democrats' plans, had said that if Biden were to resume nuclear deal dialogue with Iran, Israel would have nothing to talk to him about. This was a signal that Israel would not salvage its relationship with the US if the Biden administration remained adamant on pursuing the nuclear deal with Tehran. With the latest incident at the Natanz nuclear site, which has been preceded by multiple such incidents across Iran, the Jewish nation of Israel seems to be making it clear that Tehran will not be allowed by it to procure or manufacture a nuclear weapon. Israel has signaled that no step is extreme enough for it when it comes to sabotaging and derailing the Shiite nation's nuclear program. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has made it clear that he will not shy away from doing what is necessary in order to protect his country and its people. Goodbye.